The Labor Day men's marathon began at 8:45 a.m. Jack finished the marathon at 11:10 a.m. Calculate in hours and minutes the time taken to run the course. Notice that the ending time is 11:10 and the starting time is 11:45. So we're going to take the ending time, which is 11:10. That's the ending time. And then we're going to subtract that with the starting time, which is 11:45, which is 8:45 rather. And so what we have here is 11:10 and we have 8:45. Notice here that 10 is at the top and 45 is at the bottom. Now 10 is smaller than 45, so we cannot do this. We cannot perform the subtraction because you cannot subtract 10 minus 45. So what that means is we have to go over to the hour side and we have to borrow a whole hour. All right. And so if we take away 1 hour from 11, that gives us 10. And so this is gonna, which means that when we bring this, so we took away a whole hour from 11, which gives us 10. And so that means on the minute side, we're gonna gain an hour. But remember, we gain an hour because we borrowed an hour from the minutes from the hour side. But 1 hour is 60 minutes. So we actually borrowed a whole hour and we brought it over to the minute side. And so it's a whole hour and 1 hour is 60 minutes. And so that's why we have 60 right here, right? And so on the hour side, what we actually have is 10 hours. And on the minute side, we actually have 60 plus 10. And so that's what we have here. So we put hours and minutes. On the hour side, we have 10 hours. And on the minute side, we have 60 plus 10, which is actually 70 minutes. At the bottom, we still have 8 and we still have 45, 8 hours and 45 minutes. Now we could perform the subtraction properly because we have 70 minus 45. And 70 is bigger than 45. And so we could perform our subtraction wonderfully right now. So now we have 0 minus 5. We can't do 0 minus 5. So we have to borrow 1 from the 7. So if we take away 1 from 7, that gives us 6. And we take that 1 and we put it over here. So we have 10 minus 5. And 10 minus 5 is definitely 5. And then we have 6 minus 4. And 6 minus 4 is 3. I'm sorry, 6 minus 4 is 2. So we have 25 minutes on this side. Next, we say 0 minus 8, which we cannot do that. So we have to borrow. So we take away 1 from the 1 that gives us 0. And we put the 1 here. So we have 10 minus 8. And 10 minus 8 is definitely 2. And so that means that the time taken to run the course is 2 hours and 25 minutes. And that's the answer to this question. The next part says that the Labor Day Women's Marathon began at 9:30 a.m. Sue took 2 2/3 of an hour to finish the marathon. Calculate the time she finished the course. So she took 2 2/3 of an hour to finish the course, right? So how long? They said, no, they want us to calculate the time that she finished the course. Okay, the first thing that we need to do is we need to take 2/3 of an hour and express that in terms of minutes. So how many minutes is 2/3 of an hour, all right? So in order for us to take 2/3 of an hour and convert it into minutes, we're gonna say 2 over 3 and we're gonna multiply it by 60. Why 60? Because 1 hour is 60 minutes. And so if we have 2/3 of an hour and we wanna convert it into minutes, we have to multiply by 60. So we have 2 times 60, which gives us 120, and we have 3 times 1, which is gonna give us 3. So we have 120 divided by 3, which is gonna give us 40. And so what that means that 2/3 of an hour is actually 40 minutes. All right, so 2/3 of an hour is actually 40 minutes. And we got that by multiplying 2/3 by 60. All right, next, what we have? So we have 2/3, we have 2 2/3 hours. And what is that? Well, that's actually 2 plus 2/3 of an hour. And what is 2/3 of an hour? Well, 2/3 of an hour is 40 minutes. And so we actually have is 2 hours and 40 minutes, all right? And so this is gonna be 2 hours and 40 minutes. Actually, these supposed to be S because it's 2 hours. And so we have 2 hours and 40 minutes. Okay, so they asking us calculate the time that she finished the course. And so what we're gonna do, we know that she started the course at 9:30 a.m. So we're gonna put 9 hours and 30 minutes. And she took 2 hours and 40 minutes to, to finish the marathon. So we're gonna add 2 hours and 40 minutes. And that's why we needed that's why we needed 40 minutes. That's why we need to express 2/3 in terms of minutes, because it's gonna help us when it's time for us to add, right? And so we have 30, so we have minutes, so we have 30 plus 40, and 30 plus 40 is definitely going to be 70. And we have 9 plus 2, well, 9 plus 2 is definitely 11. And so that means that we have 11 hours and 70 minutes. Now, we know that 60 minutes is an hour. So we're gonna take 70 minutes and we're gonna break it into 60 and 10. And so we have 11 hours plus 60 minutes plus 10 minutes, because 60 plus 10 is 70. And then we take the 60 minutes and we express it in terms of an hour. And so that's gonna be 60 minutes equals to an hour. So we have 11 hours plus 1 hour plus 10 minutes. Now 11 hours plus 1 hour is going to give us 12 hours. And so we have 12 hours plus 10 minutes, and that gives us 12:10 p.m. And so that means that the time that she finished the course is 12:10 p.m. And that's the answer to this question.